Okay, welcome to our second, Tribe Tuesday. This night we are going to be talking on ways that you guys can boost your PRV both this month, but ongoing as well, right? Like little tips and tricks that we have that we've found to actually help us over the years. And we're going to share those with you. I don't know if Myra or Pam, you want to go first to start us off with some ideas? You're muted, girly.
Sorry. Does Pam want to go first since she's on the road?
I am just about home, so you can go first.
Okay.
Me or Reagan?
Whoever.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go because I'm yapping. So I'll go. All right. So I actually wrote down, I was actually putting my brain together today, and I was like, what are all the things that I've done and still do to get PRV? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down my list, and on the chat, if you guys can say like, hey, I want you to talk about Facebook parties, or if I want you to tell me how you do your mystery bags or whatever, we'll discuss those. If we run out of time, we can always do another call next week and go over PRV, especially now, incentive, right? So we all need that PRV. So these are ways that I get PRV throughout the month, or just different things that I do in my business. So what's been huge for me now, it's been Facebook parties, basket or pouch parties. For me, it's a basket. I think Pam does pouches, I think. Home parties, because I love to be at people's houses and steal cats from outside. No, I'm kidding. I don't steal cats, but I do bring home cats. Vendor events. I actually was huge on vendor events before COVID, and then COVID hit, as you guys know, and the world just went upside down. So I slowly started doing vendor events, but that's not my focus, how it was back in the days, but I'll still do them just because I want to network and grow that customer base outside of social media. Posting on social media, as far as like Instagram, Facebook's business pages, different Facebook groups. I make it a point to be in my stories every single day. Taking notes and taking mental notes as well, on customers' likings and writing them down. So if, for example, Dumbo comes out, I can always go back to that list, right? Me and my paper, and let that person know. Jot forms, asking certain questions on the jot forms. If you guys are not familiar with jot forms, we can discuss that. Mystery bags, hosting your own personal open house at your house. Of course, main thing of PRV is following up with your customers, sending bulk emails and text messages on new releases or any personal special that you may have or may be running. If you don't have a BAP group in Facebook, I suggest you guys create one, because that's a place where your customers are going to feel like they're special, and then you can do like interactive posts, and then make them feel special, like releasing certain stuff in that group before you release it everywhere else. What?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Only because I don't know. When you have your VIP group, one, do you keep it private, like an invite only or secret group?
Yeah, private.
Yes, private. And two, do you keep past consultants in there as well? So people that maybe join your team or whatnot, or is it just you?
As soon as, because I have a lot of my customers that have joined, and they get the boot. I think they've been in the group enough to know how it kind of works for them to create their own. And then two, if let's just say that I flip a party, right? That Facebook group that I created for them will now become their VIP group. So I switch it so is their group. But no, they get the boot. I know it sounds kind of mean, but it's a special place for my customers. So no, I have nobody. I don't even have Pam in there, and she's my bestie.
I kind of do the same thing. I definitely, like, I wasn't trying to interrupt you, but I definitely remove people that are consultants. And if I have people that go inactive or, they join the team, but then decide this isn't for them, they're always welcome back in it. But same thing, I always find like, if you're in another consultants group, you're playing the comparison game and worrying about, what she's doing or what she can afford, and not really like focused on what works for you, right? And works in your budget and in your time and all the things. So,
and that's what we have you for, budgeting, because I don't know how to budget.
Yeah, I like budget.
Don't ask me about budgeting, because Pam can tell you I am not the queen of budgeting. Like, I am not. I will probably have you guys use all your credit cards. No, I'm kidding, not all of them. I'm not that bad. Happy mail following up. So what this means is, after I send a happy mail packet, or it could be like my thank you mail, I follow up with them, right? Make sure that happy mail has arrived and how they like their scents. Referrals, that's huge. That goes tied with customer service. If you give really good customer service, then your customers will send referrals. Scentsy Club. I cannot address Scentsy Club enough. That is like the easiest PRV you can get anywhere. Fundraisers. Asking people, or like if you go get your nails done or your lashes, asking the person that owns the salon. For me, I've had personal relations with the three, not like that, but like with the three people that I have stuff at their salon. So like my nails, like when I had my lashes, and then one of my customers, she just opened up her salon for Botox. So I'm, leaving information there. Gift bundles, mugs for the holidays, the fall, the clean buckets, teachers' gifts now that everybody's back in school. And my last one was product testing. So product testing, when we had, and I'll give you guys an example on that one, not this last incentive, no, I think it was part one of the incentive, right? Where we needed to fill all the donuts for all the different products, right? Lines.
Yeah. All the different categories. So we need to fill the rings.
Right.
So
my body one was like the worst one. I was like, oh my God, like I'm not sharing enough of the body products. So what I did to get that circle, that donut filled, I did product testing on hand soaps. So I don't know how many hand soaps I had. I don't know if Pam remembers, but it was like something crazy, like something like 35 to 40 hand soaps. And some people had ordered 2, 3, and so forth. So because I had so many orders, and then I had already applied it to an open party that I was able to give them the hand cream. So like an actual product. So all those hand creams were free because I used all the host rewards and stuff like that. So what I did was, they would purchase the hand soap. They'd had to tag me on Facebook, on social media, to give a review. Once they did that, and they got little special instructions in the mail as well. Once they did that, then I would mail them their hand cream.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I've done it a little bit different, where I ask for like a product tester or whatever. One, where if I didn't have a lot of stock on hand, I'd do it with samples, right? So like, let's say somebody was ordering like a 6-pack or whatever for the week. I would give them a sample of like Scentsy soap or whatnot. And if I had, 6 people order 6 packs and I had 6 cents, soap samples out there, I would say, okay, I'm going to draw from a hat afterwards. When you guys post your thing, I'll give you until X date, and then somebody's going to win a free bag. And that was more me when I don't necessarily do a lot of vendor shows, right? So I don't always have a ton of stock on hand. So it was a way I could work.
Yeah. It was easy. Honestly, I was like, oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I did it on if you guys are going out somewhere or on a weekend, do not do it. We did it. I was with my friend Rick, who's actually part of our team. And I was like, okay, I'm going to shoot this email and this text, and we're leaving. he's like, you should have never sent that email out or that text too. It was insane. Everybody was like, I want to try it. I want to try it. I want to try it. And then I tried it again afterwards with, I think it was either bathroom cleaner or counter cleaner. So I did it a second time, but that was not for the incentive. It was just a random, let's see how well it did. It didn't do as amazing as the hand soaps. But for one, I got people to order hand soaps that had never tried or used hand soaps before. So now we're getting hand soaps in their hands. And then on top of that, they're getting hand creams that matched that specific scent that they ordered. So I did it very like intentional too. And then now, I mean, as we know, I have like 50 hand creams that I'm trying to get rid of that I bought from the flash sale. So I'll be getting those out as well. But
Christmas.
yeah, like, well, I'm having the open house this weekend. So I was like, the goodie bags that I'm doing 10. Okay, so for the open house, this is what I have planned for the open house. So obviously there's going to be stock from prior events that obviously I'm not doing. But as they come in, I'm going to have all the testers for the fall. I'm going to have some of the warmers because some stuff just came in, some of the stuff that's just kind of laid out. I'm going to have snacks and I'm going to have not alcoholic drinks because I don't want them to get drunk. And then I'm going to have like catalogs and stuff like that. And then I'm going to have products. So as they coming around to go to the garage, they're going to have to stop by there first. You see, and then there's going to be 10 goodie bags. And I'm telling them the first 10 people get a goodie bag. And so everybody's getting a hand cream and a bunch of samples that I've made.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
When I've done open houses before, I mean, obviously I've done some where, again, I have stock on hand and I want to clear it out and I kind of put it out. And sometimes I will label it with like little price tags or whatever. So they don't necessarily have to ask. Sometimes I haven't. But other times I almost always do like a seasonal open house. Excuse me. So beginning of a catalog. I've got one set for beginning of September right now, only because of it's summer still here in Canada. So our kids aren't back in school and almost everybody's on vacation. So I pulled my customers and it wasn't good until after Labor Day. So that's fine. And we're going to kind of make it like my birthday's around the same time. So kind of like a birthday party and open house at the same time. And my friends will come over and whether they have a glass of wine or a drink or, just come for like, a tea or coffee, they can pop in, but I'll set up, my testers, sort them with like new releases. So those people that maybe haven't had a rub and sniff card or haven't gotten samples to, or haven't shopped Scentsy in a while, so they're not on my mail list, they all have a chance to like kind of, peek at all the new stuff that's coming in and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. So, I'm also, because there's a lot of my customers that are not local, what I'm doing for them is, so the open house is both Saturday and Sunday. And I did 2 to 7 because I don't want people here all day. And I did it like that on purpose because there's some people that are not local to me that want to Zoom with me. So anybody that's not local, they can Zoom with me prior to everybody arriving. And then any of the items that they want, I just pull them out. And then of course, they have to pay me like right there and then because I can't hold items. Because if I hold items and then the person doesn't pay me, then I'm stuck with the same item. So I'm doing that too. So that kind of gives an opportunity for other people that are not local to shop from me too. So it's going to be a crazy 3 days. But I think it came in the perfect time because my head needs to be distracted at this time. It's been a really crazy week. But yeah, so that's what I plan on doing for the open house. So now my question is, out of all the ideas of how to get PRV, does anybody have any questions on any of the ideas that I gave or how I do them? If you guys want to put it on the chat, and then we'll all specifically talk about that PRV idea.
Mystery bags. That's
mystery bags. Okay, so mystery bags, I've done them 2 different ways. I done them where there was an actual breakdown, right? of the items that I needed per bag. Now that kind of gets sticky sometimes, because if you don't have all the people, right, and you have to place that order, then you're kind of short. So the way I'm doing it now is I am trying to get these bags with items that I already have in my house, right? And if I need to reorder, I will. Or if I need to order other stuff, I will. But as far as the mystery bags, I tried always have like little things on hand, because these bags are like $20. So they're not big mystery bags. So mystery bags, I either try to get stock that I already have on hand, or what you guys can do. And I think I do have the breakdown somewhere where it's an old breakdown. So you would have to kind of play around with the breakdown a little bit to make it work to the 200, right? But it has to be 10 people. And so you put a picture, right? And you name the bags differently, like for the fall, like, or for like, even for turkey, then, you know, like, I don't know, they were like, give me more gravy. Like they all have different names, and people would choose which bag they would want. And each bag was actually completely different on that one. So depending on what they wanted, once all the bags were sold, then I went to the workstation and I ordered everything. But it had to be 200 because some of the items I had to use the host rewards and the half off items.
I was just looking at your comment, Alicia. And yeah, for Friday the 13th, that's a cool theme. $13 bags. I actually did that around that time too, but I had like a double down. So I made them also like, you can get a $13 bag or a $26 bag. And each bag has, you know, a minimum of that amount plus a little bit more of stuff. And again, host rewards or whatever too.
Right. Because do you want to make them like couple, like it wasn't okay. So for example, the bags were $13. So I've done that too, right? Or the double ones were 26. Is that the ones that she was talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you always want to put a little bit more in those bags, right? So you make it like they want to buy again.
It's a deal, right? It's a deal.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've gone, oh my God, and I have so much fun like doing that stuff, because as you guys know, I like going to Target and buying random stuff, right? You can throw in little stuff from like the Dollar Tree and stuff like that, like, you know, those kitchen cloths or whatever, like those little pumpkin things for the flowers. If you're putting a flower in that bag, $1 or $2, it goes a long ways. Like I add candy, like I make it personalized, but they have a little bit of outside of Scentsy too. So if it's a fragrance flower, I will add the little stand, and I would add not coffee, chocolate or whatever. So it's always, if it's $13, the bag, you always want to make it worth more. So I will try to find those breakdowns. They have to be somewhere in my computer or in my team page, and I will share them with both Reagan and Pam, and I will share them in my team page again. And I just did, I think it was Friday, I did the $20 ones, and I had like 2 people order them. So for those, because I'm using stock, I don't really care if they get all 10 or whatever. That's more of me trying to clean out house. But if you're going to do it where you're doing it as a party, you need to follow the breakdown. So you're breaking even. You may or may not have to spend like a few more bucks, right? Like $2 or $5 out of pocket. But that's always like business write-off. So anything that you put in your business, you can write it off at a later time if you're spending $5 out of your pocket or whatever not, right? So
when you mentioned the flowers, I just ran a gut. Something that I was doing actually this week for my customers in my VIP group is I had the little the little crates or whatever, the crates, I don't know, you put blueberries in them and stuff, and some paper shred that I just probably got from the dollar store or leftover from one of my Scentsy Club boxes. I actually always keep the paper shred, can throw it in a big like Ziploc baggie, so I'm not spending money on extra paper shred. One tip for you guys. And then the little wood circles, right, that you can buy on Amazon as well. And right now for back to school, I'm really noticing that there's a huge sale on Sharpie markers. So like the cute, like pastel, like almost boho colored ones, super cute for the fall. I think they're called like Mystique or something like that. They're like gem tones, but I'll tie that cute with just like a little bow or whatnot onto like the fragrance flower, and I'll bundle it up. I didn't have one wrapped right now, but these are always a hit. And I try, so in Canada, I don't know what they are for you guys, but in Canada, they're $21 each, unless you get a 3-pack for $60. But I will sell them as singles unless someone buys a 3-pack. For the 21, and that extra dollar for each flower kind of helps cover the cost of the marker or this, right? And if I get enough of them, right, same thing, using a half off, if I can get 3 flowers for half price, that more than covers all of the extra supplies, right? Especially if I had another party going with 6-packs and stuff like that locally, it's super easy to do something like this and have the add-ons, and it's costing you nothing out of pocket.
Yeah. So I know that I went live on my page when I went crazy with Amazon and Target. But these are the dollar items these are some of the items that I found. These are dollar, and these are the little flower stands that I was referring to. And I actually Target. They looked at me crazy. They're like, why is she like digging in there? Because all I wanted was these, and I was going crazy for these. I'm not quite sure, like I said, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with most of the items that I got. I'm typically the one that if I see something, I have to get it, and then the ideas pop later. That's how my brain works with that. And then I went on Amazon, and it was a pack of, was it 24 gnomes? Was it 24?
I think so.
Yeah, so it was 24 gnomes. My mom just put the little ribbon on them, but I ordered 3 packs, and they were $9 for a pack of 24, and they're all really cute.
Can you take one out for us?
No. Yeah. They're super adorable.
Crazy cute to like use as a bag tag kind of thing, and they can use it as an ornament afterwards. Being Canadian, and for those of you in our group, I tried to price match what she just did on Amazon. And I actually found that they were about 3 times as expensive. So definitely a huge markup. But what I did find is the exact same ones on AliExpress. So it takes, I ordered the pack on, I think, was it yesterday or Sunday? And they said they're coming like September 6th. So that's still way before any of the harvest orders and stuff like that next month, like September 1st will be coming. So I have lots of time for that. So if you were able to, spend $10 and get the free shipping on AliExpress, you'd have like 24 customers covered with something really quick and easy for you guys. Sorry, that's my budget saving. I'm always looking for like a cheaper option. Always.
Like I said, you go to Reagan for budget like savings. Don't go to me, because I'm like, I don't know, I just got all these things. Pam was like, you're so adorable the other day, yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I think I went a little overboard. But this is my whole thought, my thought process. I had 10 pre-orders for the Alice in Wonderland, right? And it was all for all the entire bundle, so that's $100+ that they spent, right? So I didn't really have an idea of what I was going to do, and then I was like, you know what, and I sat here, I think it was yesterday because I was talking to Pam, and I went on Canva, created my little card, so my card's ready. Some of the stuff showed up, but anywho, it goes a long ways when you do little things for your customers. And one person had never ordered from me before, so she's going to be like, wow, okay. The other one hasn't ordered from me in like 4 years. And then everyone else on that list I ordered, they pretty much support my business all year round. So spending a little bit here, a little bit there to do little goodie bags or little things that it might cost you a little bit now, it will go a long ways later. Just having everything personalized, like they know that you took the time to personalize that card, and I don't have everything, but I will share with you guys what I did. But that is little seeds that I'm planning for future PRV as well, right? Because they're going to want to shop with me later, right? These are Disney fanatics, so they're going to want to shop. So that's me. But like I said, don't listen to me because I do not like to budget. Listen to Reagan.
Unmute. Something else I did. So I'm going to be printing out the cards as well. I think for the people that ordered like the 50th anniversary castles or whatever, I think I'm actually going to make like Disney cupcakes or maybe like little cookies or something like that, because I like to bake. So sometimes like a homemade baked good, it's not going to cost you a lot, but it's actually going to have like a huge impact. And I like to do that kind of thing. The other thing I did was these ones are on Amazon. You guys, I'm sure, have seen these in Happy Mail, but it's like bulk orders of stickers and stuff like that. And on Amazon right now, they have Alice in Wonderland ones. I did order mine on AliExpress. Again, instead of paying $10 for like a 50 pack Canadian, I can spend like $3.50, right? So for 50 stickers. So even if I'm giving out like 5 or whatever to like one customer, it's going to cost me pennies kind of thing. And I can use them also if I've got teammates and stuff like that for Happy Mail afterwards, or put it on their bag or do something cute. I really like using the stickers a lot. I find them a really inexpensive way to just kind of add a little pop of personalization, along with doing like the cards and stuff like that on Canva. Those are fun as well.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
Go.
Oh, I was done. I said that's what I was doing.
Oh, something that I'm gonna do for Cinderella is either I'm gonna do, someone posted this also, like do fairy tale pumpkin, and we either could do like card bars or wax bars, like fairy tale Cinderella's castle. And you think about it, you take all those pre-orders and you put them into one party, you're gonna have all those rewards. So you can use your free and half off. Like Dennis said to do Mickey Mouse like scent circles, and I was like thinking about this. I'm like, that's gonna cost me money. Like Reagan, this girl's on a budget, especially because I'm moving to North Carolina. It's cost me way more than we planned. And I've been out of work for 10 weeks. So I'm doing Fairy Tale Pumpkin. That came back. So it's Fairy Tale Pumpkin. It's Cinderella. It all goes together, and I can get them for free and half off. Another thing that I do, and I know for you Canadians, it's going to be harder. I'm huge with my Happy Meal. And like Myra, I love a theme. And I've been doing Happy Meal for 5 years now. And the last year, I've stepped it up a notch. I actually do like a package. And I know you Canadians, it's still probably costs like $500 to mail a package. So I apologize in advance. And I'm sorry, I have bad lighting because we took all the lights out of our apartment. So like for people who shopped in July, I did a whole flamingo theme. And I was like, thanks for flamingoing with us. Something like silly. I went to camp and made a cute little flamingo postcard. And I got blow up cup holders. I was like, I don't know, 40 of them for maybe like $10, and like a straw. And I put that in my packages, and like customers love it. And I've noticed that my repeat customers are more now just because they like that stupid little thing in the mail. It's always a theme. When we came out pink lemonade, someone shared on the Canva page, like, I could just squeeze you, and I put like a Crystal Light lemonade pack, and I got like lemonade lollipops. I love a pun. I love a theme. I'm just cheesy like that. And my customers love it. And they love that every month somehow there's some kind of candy in their package. Sorry, we've been home and we really just walked through the door, and my one cat has not come out for my neighbors for 4 days. So she's out and I'm just watching her, making sure she's okay. I just love the theme. Another thing that I do for things is a pizza follow-up. My husband will tell you I did not follow up for years. And when they say the fortune is in the follow-up, it really is. I use Project Broadcast, and I have it. I set it and forget it. It does it for 10 days. 1 month, 2 months, and I like for the whole entire year. And I can't tell you how huge it is. And I have tags set up for my customers in Project Broadcast. If I know they're a Harry Potter fan, they get a Harry Potter text, and that's going to come out September 1st. If they're Disney, they get Disney stuff. And then every now and then I just throw out a mass text to everybody. Hey, and it's generic. Hey, Reagan, just checking to see how you're doing your Scentsy stash. They don't need to know that I mass texted. They just think that, oh, look, Pam thought of me and she's sending me out a message. It was huge for the last flash sale. About sending out that thing, especially if you want a reminder, text me back and I would accept reminders for them. And the VIP page is huge also. That's just huge. But I know like when my team, a lot of them rely on their VIP pages. When Facebook went down like a couple months ago, I wasn't stressing out, but God forbid Facebook disappears, my business can rely on text messages because I have that set up. And we're like lucky that the one guy came out of Project Broadcast, and it's amazing. And he just mass text and just like I said and I forget it. It's the best thing ever. But I'm huge on my Facebook page too. And we go back. I have one person that's still a customer in my VIP page just because she's just like shopping for her own stuff. She's not like selling it. It took her like I don't know how many months to get certified. So she's like the only person I keep in there just because she's buying for herself. She didn't even order catalog. I think she already tested her just to smell. But I only keep one person. You join half an hour, 30 days, definitely 70 days, they get the boot out of my page because they know how I work my page. So that's my tips.
What's your tip?
You know, for being late to the party. I've been listening to you guys, but I've just been in my car and making sure my cats are alive here.
Hey, Pam, question. Did you check your mail?
It's sitting on my table. Do you want me to open it right now?
Yeah, you should, and share with everybody.
Oh, okay. Myra sent me something.
She's getting team happy mail on the call.
Send this broke up here. I'm sure it's going to explode. Confetti.
No, there's not confetti. So my team knows that oh my God, I put confetti on everything. Everything.
So my cat is outside right now. So my cat Spike and Myra's cat Oakland are boyfriend and girlfriend. They have a long distance relationship, but that's actually what they look like. I know Steph will appreciate that because Steph's a crazy cat lady like we are.
It was a hand painted card that I bought at the.
I love it. She put all her little kitty prints in there, and I guess that's Vito.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna put that right over to like thinking about your customers. Earlier, Myra, you were saying like knowing what your customers like. Honestly, sometime with follow-up, it's not just how is your order? Do you need another refill? Blah, 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 right? Like sales, Scentsy all the time, right? It's those little things and those personal touches. So knowing whether, your customer has pets, knowing whether, maybe they're a mom, maybe they're a new grandma, maybe there's like they're pregnant, maybe they're a New England Patriots fan, maybe they're a hockey fan, like you can go a dance fan, into music, all of those things, right? And when you're talking with them and you're following up, most of the time that I do my follow-up, it's not about products and it's not to ask for an order, but the fact that I commented on their post. So like we're scrolling Facebook and everybody's doing the scroll and we watch the reels and we get sucked in, right? But to take an extra like 5 seconds to write, you look beautiful today, or love that shirt, or oh my gosh, so cute, or would you share that recipe with me, or whatever it is, right? Taking those extra moments out of your day will actually help your customer base grow because it will establish a little bit of a loyalty towards you and as a person. So they're not just shopping to shop with you because they might have walked past a Yankee Candle or whatever it happens to be. But if you're the rep and they're super tight friends with you, they might actually save that order for a wax refill or whatnot to be able to help your little family business as well, right? If you're doing those things and you establish those connections. Honestly, my business It's really all connection based, so much more than, hey, buy this or whatnot. And that's probably going to be my number one tip to all of you guys, right? Is we're humans, and yeah, we like to support our friends and stuff like that, but it can't always be just shop, shop, shop.
Mhm.
So that's one thing. Another thing, PRV boosters, scent of the month, right? Scent of the month and warmer of the month, that bumps your PRV. Maybe you don't have enough customers to do like a full subscription. I've also done scent of the month clubs before where I have maybe 5 or 6 of my customers. Maybe I only need 1 or 2 bars for samples. And I can, have people signed up for a scent of the month club, and for 6 months they get one of those bars. That's kind of a fun way to do things, because you can also let them know they'll get it before the scent is even released. So that's kind of cool. I always do live unboxings of my Scentsy Club, and that often usually gets me another couple sales of that. They want to see like the whiff box particularly, and they love seeing the bricks, right? And then seeing those fragrances come in that maybe are the always get my bar that you can't get anymore. It'll make them think twice when something's going to leave, or they fall in love with like an LTO scent or something like that, right? It plants that seed for down the road and for future sales. They might not sign up for that day, but maybe the whiff box, which you could add to your orders. Live unboxings of anything. So whether it happens to be like a new warmer from the collection, a live sniff session with some of the new bars, even if it's just one new bar and you got the Alice in Wonderland, right? And you ordered one of those, or the Scooby-Doo one when you get that. Just do a live. It doesn't have to be like a huge formal thing. You could put it in a TikTok. You could put it in a reel. You could put it on your Instagram, right? And that'll get you more followers for sure and more engagement. I really, really have been gaining customers as well with using hashtags on Instagram. So if it's Alice in Wonderland, yes, I'm tagging Cheshire Cat and Alice and all those things. But then I'm also tagging things like Disney 50th anniversary fan, cat lover, I don't know, something to do with cards or poker, or I don't know. I usually think of a whole bunch of other things. I also tag local cities around me. So I'm from St. Catharines, Ontario. So I'd tag St. Catharines and Niagara and Ontario and Canada and bestseller and like online candles and all different things. Candle is actually like one of the number one search things when people are searching for Scentsy. If they're searching for a keyword, even though we're completely wickless, they'll still search the word candle. So using that in a hashtag, that's helped get me new customers that I'm not even in contact with, right? By just using those hashtags over and over. Scent mixers. If you are doing a wax change, give them a new fragrance, right? Grab a couple cubes of blueberry cheesecake and grab some, I don't know, some vanilla bean buttercream. That's a classic one. Or grab one of the new releases like a blackberry spice and maybe mix that with a vanilla, or mix it with, the cranberry crumble, right? Mix things together, because sometimes it'll, pique someone's interest. And if it sounds yummy to them or something that they might like, then they're going to place an order for like a 6-pack. So maybe they didn't need Scentsy this week, but now you've kind of put that out there and now they want it, right?
Oh, can I add something to okay. So for Instagram, for the hashtags, for me, it's very important to have hashtags. For those of you that have iPhones, what is this? My reminders, or what is this? My notes. So in my notes, I have, gosh, I just lost it. I just found it and I just lost it. Okay. I have all the hashtags saved. I don't know if you guys can see it. Well, probably not. But I do have wickless candles. I have Orange County. I do have Girl Boss, Wax Boss. Like I have a bunch, and those are going to be like the main ones. And then like for Alice, I added like Alice in Wonderland and stuff like that. So I'll add, but all these, I already have them saved on my phone. So all I have to do is copy and paste when I'm doing a post on Instagram. You said something, what was the last thing that you mentioned right now?
Mixers, like recipes.
Yeah, so I am huge on recipes and actually putting the bundles together. And I found that in my VIP group, I can't talk anymore. That is the majority of my sales. Yeah. So all like, and you don't have to do it. Like you can just go to the flyers groups and there's tons. And as long as you just put like 6 different fragrance, like I have a bunch saved and I schedule them. So like on Tuesday, they'll probably see like 3 and like whatever day of the week. Like I usually what is it? Wax Wednesday or Mix Monday. So that's when all those scheduled posts will go out. And I cannot tell you, there's people that are like, oh my God, I did not need wax, but this mix I gotta have. So obviously I'm not going to sell them 2 bars. I'm going to be like, hey, well, you're already ordering 2. You might as well just order the 6-pack, right? Buy 5, get 1 free. And that's how people end up buying stuff, even though they don't need it, because you're putting it out there as a cool mix or a cool bundle that they think they need to have. So, and those are like the interactive. Yeah, make them pretty.
So this one here, this is Apple themed. So I did like the new cran apple crumble and like the bright cider life and like all the things Apple in this one. But then when I was in Dollar Tree today, they have these packages of caramel apple, almost like a toffee sucker. And I just kind of tied it to the top, just kind of cute. So they're getting like a little treat with it. So I'm going to be posting this up. Now, it only took, $1 or whatever for me to buy this, and that will go through 6 customers. But if I sell 6 of these, I'm basically at a 200 PRV party, right? I'm almost there. So doing bundles like that, but I'll do multiple different ones. So yeah, I'll do an apple one. Maybe I'll do a pumpkin one as well. I also found these little add-ons, and I'll do the same sort of thing. They're also from the Dollar Tree, but they've got little clips. So like a little clip on the pumpkin, so I can clip it to the top of the bag. Or you could find just like little extra pumpkins. I always go with seasonal things because it really, people want to get in the spirit, right? They want to decorate. Like September for me is like a lot of sunflowers, a lot of apples, a lot of pumpkins, right? And then you get into Halloween and Thanksgiving, all of those things. By just adding the teeniest thing to your packaging, it's going to make people want to shop with you because you're going to stand out compared to like other consultants, right?
Yep. So we got Sylvia. I would like to know the scent bar clubway. Okay, so perfect example happened today. I'm running 5 Facebook parties right now, and one of the girls is running the party. She hasn't ordered in a long time. She just recently started ordering again. So like her friends, I have no idea who they are, right? But this lady goes, my ultimate favorite scent is watermelon mint, right? So my response to her, because she was right underneath my Scentsy Club post, I said, when the Bring Back My Bar voting comes, I'll let you know. And in hopes that your scent comes back. And I told her, I said, if your scent happens to come back, I go, this would be your perfect opportunity to jump on the Scentsy Club, because literally Scentsy will make that scent forever and ever and ever for you. And she's like, oh my God. She's like, yes, please let me know. So it's those type of organic conversations that you're having with them. Not necessarily did I know that her favorite scent was watermelon, but guess what? Her name is actually right here on this list. So when watermelon mint comes, or if I see it coming back, I'm going to go through this list. This list is going to get huge at one point, but I am going to message her. I'm going to let her know. Bring Back My Bar happens, the voting, I'm going to let her know. So on this list that I have, because I have paper everywhere, I write down anybody that's interested in Harry Potter, anybody that's interested in Dumbo. I don't know why I keep saying Dumbo over and over and over. Anybody that's interested in like joining, anybody that's interested in hosting, and everything kind of has a different color. So like blue is Harry Potter. And then I made myself a little note up here, like personal note, but like the pink is join. So those are the people that, you know, if we have a special or if I have a kit, those are the people that I'm gonna, you know, contact. So it's basically getting to know your people and remembering them as far as like the club too. And you're already talking to them, right? And when you're doing your follow-up conversation, bring up the club. Bring up the club. The jot forms that I do, every single jot form that I do, that one of the last questions is how interested would they be and, you know, getting discounts and all that stuff. As soon as they put yes, a lot of people put no, those are the people that are already in my club. But as soon as I say yes, I want to, when I reach out to them to follow up about whatever, I'm gonna be like, hey, on the form, I noticed da 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 da. And that opens my door to having a conversation with them. That's going through the jot form. But always mention if you're having a conversation with someone and they mention about a past scent or the scents that they love right now, talk to them, just be like, okay, I can take your order, but what if you start your own club, you get the discount and that guarantees your scent forever and ever and ever. So they may say no right now, but it doesn't mean forever.
Pam and I are both itching. You go, Pam.
So going back to the club, and I think Reagan might be on the same part as what I'm going to say. What I've done, I'm going to do this again since I'm moving, is when I get my warmer of the month, I offer out those bars to customers before they're released. So in the US, it's like $5.40. I would usually do if they were local, I just charge $6 flat to make up for like the tax and whatever. But now that I'm moving, I'll charge like $3. So for $9, I will mail them the bar of wax before it goes out to the public. So I think I'm thinking what Reagan's probably talking about also about the sense of the month, like that club that we get 9 bars now. So I usually take 1 or 2 bars to make samples. So like those other 67 bars, I could sell out and make my money back from my warmer of the month kit. That's another like sense of the month club that you could do for like PRV this way.
I've done it where I have people sign up for either, just so I can keep track of it, either 3 months or 6 months.
I want to get into that habit and like be like, it's only limited to 7, 8 spots, whatever.
Yeah.
You need to lock in now. I'm going to try to get into that, especially with moving.
Yeah.
Just like mail it out. Cause the good thing is I've had people be like, oh, well, I want that bar plus 5 other bars. I mean, like, I'm trying to get rid of those 1 bars, but at the same time, that 1 bar turned into a 6-pack. So, but now when I move, I'm not going to have that local base that I have right now. But it's just something for me to keep my customers going is I can mail it out. And you know what? I'm going to eat the cost a little bit. I'm going to only charge $3 for shipping. I pay like $3.50 to mail out a bar of wax, but it's still a write-off. And I'm getting rid of those bars because I'm not doing events. So I'm not getting stuck with a bunch of bars left over at the end of the month. I'm recouping some of my warmer sense of the month money.
And Canadian girls, you're not going to be mailing out a bar of wax because
I know. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, for us to mail 1 bar of wax, it's going to be from anywhere from like $8 to $20, depending on where they are in Canada. So
yes, it'll cost you like $50 to mail it.
It's gonna be like local customers that I do that for, where I will have them sign up and I will keep records, whether it's a notebook or whatever. And if they sign up to just do 1 month, then it's 1 month. If it's, for 3 months, they get first dibs, and I only have so many of each bar, right? So I do it like that. Something else that I've been doing as far as getting sales right now is Marketplace. If you're posting an ad on Marketplace, there are some key things that you have to do. We can go over that at a later date, but you have to list something at whatever the price is on your website currently. You can never post old stock at all. If it's something that's discontinued, you can never, ever do that. But if it's something current, like I just posted the new NFL like football deal, where it's in Canada, it's $79 for like the full size warmer and the mini and the 2 free bars. And I posted it as a deal. but I have to include also my PWS link. So I needed to link it also to my website for it to be in compliance and not to be out of compliance. Now, I also put message me for details, because if there's somebody that's local to me, I might be able to save them shipping and stuff like that if I have a local order going in, and I can group that in. But if not, I've also had random people just order straight through my links on Marketplace, right? And if it's only 1 or 2 orders a month, it still might be for me an extra 150, 200, PRV a month. And I'm only placing probably 1 to 2 ads a week. Like, I'm not doing anything crazy. It's taking up 10 minutes of my week, and I'm almost getting my 200 PRV right there by just being really strategic with that. And those sales will also cover the cost and then some of the cost of our website, right? Like, we have that, but it's, you got to use it and do the things, and you can like write it off, but those sales will also cover those income expenses. Another thing that I will do on the new catalog, I think I've shared it to my team page, but I have shared personally like a coupon on the cover. Now it might be, you can choose whatever's in your budget. But I've done like, a 10% off, or like a 5% off, $40 or more. Yeah. Or 10% off X dollars or more. Right. You can make it a dollar amount like Myra's done. But again, in the back of my mind, I know, okay, budget wise, if I make it 10% off, all I have to do is kind of make up those extra sales, and I'm using my free credit, right, to kind of cover the extra amount, right? So I'm using my product credit. So it's not costing me anything out of pocket, and I'm bundling those in a party that I have going in currently that week. Some people do birthday coupons. That's totally up to you. I haven't done it because I'm terrible with following up and remembering my customer birthdays, but you can also do that in Project Broadcast, or even just sending out somebody like, hey, happy birthday, girl, I was thinking of you. And, it can be a picture of, pretend this is vanilla bean buttercream, and it's calorie-free icing, right? Or you can send somebody a scent circle. You can do that kind of thing. We definitely have done theme boxes in our group, where you guys have seen me do ones that are like either fall themed or Halloween themed, where we set a price limit, and instead of being a mystery bag, I've done ones where I've done a Bridgerton box, I've done a Johnny Depp box, I've done some crazy ones, I've done Virgin River box, right? Where I will pick scents and stuff like that to make things creative. Again, that's local. So we're not paying the shipping costs on that. What else did I have? Have I been muted that whole time?
Just for like a couple seconds.
Okay. I was just talking about mystery boxes that we do up here in Canada, where we do it, it's completely themed. So I've done ones like Virgin River before. I've done ones that are like, it could be Halloween theme and stuff like that, where you actually like pick a whole theme. There's a whole like creation group or whatnot for us consultants where you can do that kind of stuff. My customers have done them before. Where I've done like, I went with Virgin River, I've done Bridgerton, like I do all like the crazy things and stuff like that. That helps get sales. Branding yourself. That's huge, guys. I'm sporting a Scentsy shirt today, and I was at the grocery store grabbing an extra bag of milk, and somebody was like, oh, you sell Scentsy, blah, blah, blah. My rep quit. Oh, well, guess what? Now I followed up with them. I put them like in my cell phone and sent them like a text immediately. Like I grabbed their number and I was like, let me shoot you a text so I can like follow up and give you a free catalog and some samples. Easy as that. You can have business cards on you as well. You can have little join or blessing bags and stuff like that done up and ready in your purse. You always want to kind of have something on you wherever you are. You can do a host of the month club for parties. You're muted now, Myra.
Now I did it. Okay. So I do, in my purse, I have business cards, I have scent circles, and I have pens. And I always make sure that my purse has at least 5 of each. So that's like one thing that I got into a habit with. So like, just what was it, last weekend or the weekend before, when I went out with my friend and we ran into this lady. It was in the middle of nowhere. And she was like, "You're a Scentsy consultant?" Because I had my little bag. And I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my God, I love Scentsy. And I don't have a consultant. Would you leave me your information?" And I had stuffed my bag with a bunch of stuff and I got myself a new customer.
That's fantastic, right? Like just being prepared like that. I know Jen Audette, one thing, like she used to do like the penny trick in her pocket where she would have like 5 pennies in one pocket and she would make it a mission like 5 days a week, not like 7 days a week, but 5 days a week when you're out and about, you've got kids sports, you're doing all the things, you're running around town, you're at like Home Sense or Winners or wherever, Target, right? And she would intentionally make 5 new contacts every day. But if you're just handing out a business card and you're just handing out a sample, that's just costing you money for somebody that might not ever contact you again, right? I always try and like follow up with a, "Hey, let me send you some free samples," or hey, let me know how that scent circle is, or whatever it happens to be. And I try and get that contact information there on the spot, just so you have a way to reach out like next week and be like, "Hey girl, did you love that scent circle or what?" Right? Like then you can intentionally follow up, make that connection for a new customer and start that relationship. Or, "Hey, follow me on Instagram or on Facebook or wherever." There are so many things. We've got buddy drives on here, fundraisers. It's fall. I'm sure we're going to want to talk to you guys about fundraisers soon. All the ways for parties. I know Myra is a party champ, so we'll probably dive into that more. Local businesses, Myra, you said salon, but even things like car dealerships, gyms, dance studios, right? Some of those washrooms get stanky, right?
Den is on a mission to find a car dealership and hook up with them in North Carolina. He's on a mission,
right,
to find one car dealership and to like get them to buy scent circles.
Yeah, like even honestly, even if the sales, I used to be in car sales, so I know on average, if you're selling 10, 15, 20 cars a month or whatever, sending out like a $3 or $4 scent circle that you probably got with like your free credit, or they're ordering from you, right? Like that is such a small thank you for them on their end. They can put one stamp on it, like, or just buying that new car and having that scent circle in there ready to go. It's a personal touch on their end. Same thing. It's establishing like relationships. Even insurance brokers, I would even go as far as that. Realtors and baskets. There are so many things that you can do.
Hooking up with like a complex offices too. Having like if they can put your information in their like their welcome. Okay, so and the reason why I'm throwing this out, one of my friends, he's he's in charge of a bunch of apartments, and I'm actually trying to work with him to do that, where inside of the welcome packet I can put my information somehow. I have not finalized my thought yet.
When we just got our keys, we're moving to North Carolina. We got our keys this weekend. And I actually got a bag. There's crap in there. And I asked the lady, I'm like, "Can I like do something to like put stuff in there?" She's like, "Totally." So somehow I'm gonna think of something to make like a little baggie to put in their big bag. Saying, "Hey, there's a Scentsy consultant in your neighborhood." And I know Myra and I had a postcard going back and forth between the two of us. I don't know if we put in the chat with Reagan. But I'm going to ask them. I'm going to go around. I'm going to put them on everybody's doorknobs in my apartment complex if I can, because I know my complex now exists. And I probably not, but there's no actually signs down there saying there's no soliciting. So I'm going to ask. And I'm like, scratch a sniff sticker. There you go. I'm going to put them on everybody's like doorknobs. Be like, "Hey, there's a Scentsy lady in your complex."
do it at your local corner store. Like we have like Avondale here, but like a 7-Eleven, like whatever you have as like your local corner store or gas station. See if you can hook up like whomever works behind the counter to put like a fragrance flower out or, a scent circle, give them a little scent circle or a treat, or even have like a little mini warmer in there so it smells nice. And then you put like a little thing of cards and stuff like that with your contact information. That goes a long way, guys. Yeah, there are just so many things. Mystery host parties, 10-bar deals. I crunched the math on other things. I know some of you guys worry about like the shipping costs and stuff like that. If you have local customers, right? Not ones that are ordering on your website. If you have 8 people, you're basically at a free shipping party, even at only like a 200 US or like 265 Canadian, because you use 7 people to buy like a 6-pack. And 1/8 person, you just use the product credit in that. And then the extra that they pay on that covers the shipping charge. So now you're even at a free shipping party, basically on 200 PRV. That's basically for both Canada and the US. For the US, it's totally free. In Canada, it's $2 shipping. So like whether you eat that or everybody pays 20 cents or something like a quarter, like it's almost nothing, right? You can totally write that off. And on 200 PRV, you're getting paid, $50 US. And in Canada, I think it's around like $70 or whatnot. So there are tons and tons of ways, but you kind of got to do the legwork. With that, that's a personal special. So that would be like reaching out to somebody via text or your VIP group or project broadcast, that kind of thing. But there are so many ways to bump your sales this month. Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot of ways of to get PRV, and we will talk more about PRV because we can go on forever and ever on certain stuff. And I know, like Scentsy Club, like could take a whole hour. We could use a whole hour to talk about Scentsy Club, Facebook parties and stuff like that. So what we did at the beginning when we decided to do our Tuesdays was ask you guys what you guys wanted to talk about. So this is one of the things that one of our people decided to mention. So we're going to be covering different things every week. Obviously, sometimes we're going to have to probably touch the same subject a couple times just because 1 hour is not enough.
And new people join, and not everyone's always on the same call, right? Or maybe you tried a couple of things that we touched on. Like sometimes it takes 4 or 5 times hearing it before you're like, okay, I'm going to try that. Like, I'm really going to try that.
Yeah. So what I'll do is for our team page, I'm going to go and ask again what you guys want to talk about. I know that we mentioned so many ideas and so many ways to get PRV. And it's sometimes mind blowing because it's like all these ideas kind of like, okay, what do I do? And you get kind of overwhelmed because I get overwhelmed sometimes too when there's so many ideas and so much happening. So just make sure that you're reaching out to one of us and just letting us know like, hey, I'm interested if you guys would to talk about, I don't know, sponsoring, right? Or can you guys talk about, I don't know, social media or Instagram or whatever, right? So then we know what you guys' needs are as far as the calls, because we want to make these calls as good as we can, so you guys can put whatever we're sharing into play or make it your own and make it successful for you, so that's kind of what I wanted to say. That's it.
Being back to school, I figure probably in September also just talking about fundraisers and how they work more and doing breakdowns. That would be probably a good thing because that definitely not only bumps your PRV, but it gives you and points for the incentive, right? And starting early on that is really huge, especially with back to school and like all new sports teams and stuff like that in the communities starting up again and all signups. That's really important. What else? And another thing that I've kind of got in the back of my brain is also an app called Boards. And it's been shared with all of like the three of us. And for those of you that were on Thursday night shift, it was on there as well. It's going to be a game changer. It is literally an app that is 100% free. You never have to have a sign up cost or whatever. And you can like literally download the keyboard into your phone and literally just, it's copy and paste. You just go to where you want to go. There's no more going into the workstation, hunting for pictures, hunting for verbiage, looking for live photos, right? So if we can load that up for you guys as well, I think you're going to love it. I think you're really going to.
I'm trying to figure it out.
It's actually, it's super, super easy. Like I could probably just do a demo for you guys. Maybe I'll do that as well. Do a demo for you guys of Boards. I won't even do it on a call because I don't even know that we need to take up a whole call with it. And you guys can share it with your teams as well. And it's crazy easy. It like literally, you know how you have like the emoji keyboard on your cell phone, right? And you go and hit like the little globe to get a happy face or whatever. There's like another keyboard that pops up and it's got like all different file folders. So if it's like customer follow-up or if it's like join or whatever you happen to have in there, you could have Alice in Wonderland and you could have like examples of like pictures and you literally touch it and it puts it in the chat to your customer. So if you're texting somebody or you're doing follow-up on Facebook or wherever you are, it literally like just auto sends and you don't have to copy, you don't have to paste. It's so fast and it's right at your fingertips and it's all free. And then you don't have to think about, okay, how do I say this and spell check, all the things, right? Yeah.
So that call was awesome last Thursday because it was mind blowing. So I'm going to get on board with Boards. I'm going to get on board with Boards. But,
very punny.
So yeah, I was like, oh my God, like this is awesome. And they already had everything for us. Like, it's not like we have to set it up. It's like, it's already there. Everything like follow-up messages, like how, oh my God, it was mind blowing for me.
Yeah.
Easy.
If honestly, if you can replay last call from the Thursday night shift and even go to YouTube or the Thursday night shift group, they actually changed the name today. From the monthly movement to that. I highly, highly recommend it. Canadian girls that are on here on my team, I've already told Callie and those girls that I'm going to be updating a Canadian folder as well and sharing it with them. So there's also Canadian pricing and everything in there for you guys. Again, and that'll just be a free resource for you guys to be able to use.
And there's a Scentsy Boards page that people like share their boards so you can download it. Like when we were at reunion, Myra and I went to someone's whiff box like breakout, and she actually shared her board on what she does for not her whiff box, for her club. It was like a whole club breakout and what she does for clubs. And like what she does, because she does like thank you boxes, and she's like a huge like club. She's like does like I think $1,000-$2,000 a month just in club orders, and when she sends a thank you box out, and she has what she does and flyers and all that in there. But there's a Scentsy Boards group and they share their codes also that you can just click on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Steph, do you have an Android or a Apple phone? And if she couldn't get the board to pop up in her an Android. I will send you a message, Steph, because it took me a while to figure out how to do it. If you go into the Boards app itself, it'll actually walk you through it, and it's actually super simple. But if you need help, let me shoot me a Facebook message. But it took me a minute to figure it out. Also, I was on the call last Thursday, and I'm like trying to stay annoyed.
iPhone.
It actually tells you how to like do it, and it took me a while to do it. But if you can't figure it out, let me know, and I'll try to like figure out how to walk you through. Because I have an Android also. I know Myra has an Apple, and I think Reagan has an Apple also. But I am an Android user, so we could try it together. But it took me a while also to figure it out last time. Last week, and I was getting ticked. So,
Karina, I will message you, and then I will add. Oh yeah, I can't add to the group. They have to
You just send them the link and they have to answer the questions to
Yeah,
get into
right,
the page.
okay. Yeah, so I'll send her that. And then I've been sharing the link to the call, I mean, not to the link, to the Zoom for Thursdays. So watch for that on Thursday morning. And then there's the link so you guys can hop on the call. It is the Thursday night it's the things you learn in those calls is it's pretty amazing.
We want to take this group because it's like 6 of them, and we want to get you guys involved more because it's literally hundreds of people. Get 6 superstar directors bringing their teams in, and it's on they're live on the Facebook page also. So the 3 of us doing this wanted to make it like a smaller version of that, so you guys can like ask us questions and unmute yourself and stuff like that. So we're trying to like take Thursday night shift to make like a little mini version of that. That's why we're doing Tribe Tuesday. So
Yeah, like tonight we hammered a whole bunch of different PRV ideas to try and get them in for you guys. But again, going forward, when we're talking about, if we're talking about Facebook parties, we're going to welcome you to like unmute yourself. So you can put comments and questions in the chat, but if you want to actually ask something, you can put your hand up kind of thing and unmute and ask that way as well, because it gives us a chance to actually really understand what you're asking and to be able to help you better, right? Sometimes in chat, it's a little limited.
Yeah. So we're, again, over our hour. I know.
We'll get better at that.
Yeah. So we'll discuss what we're going to talk about next Tuesday and then share it with you guys. Like I said, I will do a poll to see what you guys want to discuss. Or if you guys want to private message any of us and say like, hey, can we discuss this? Now that we brought up boards, you may want to talk about boards, and then me over here is going to have to download it and really get on it, because then I'm going to be like, what? But that's one of my to-do. That's one of my to-do, guys. My to-dos are very long and stickies everywhere. So yeah. Pam's laughing because she's like, you got stickies for a sticky. You got a sticky for a
They're like
for everywhere.
The stickies have stickies that have stickies.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I actually saw like cat sticky notes. I got excited and I bought them, and then I just found them when I was moving. When I moved my desk out, because my cats must have kicked it off my desk, and I actually found it behind something. So
yeah, no, everything has stickies. Like, I swear, like there's a sticky, right? And then here goes another sticky. And then there's stickies over here. But that's just the way of like when I do like brain dump, sometimes like I'll remember something and I'll just write. So that's my way of remembering stuff, or just having a bunch of little notes scattered everywhere. So that's me. But yeah, so
what works for you.
Yeah, so systems is that's a whole other beast of a call. And the 3 of us, even just chatting, we all have very different systems for all things, and they all work, right? We're all, doing well with Scentsy and have a decent customer base, and it all works, but we'll tackle that another day. I'll also share on my team page if you guys, want to request topics and stuff like that for the next couple of weeks, like things that we can dive into, and we'll see what we can come up with for you guys, right? Because yeah, it's about helping you guys.
All right. Well, thank you guys for showing up, and I know we went over, but Reagan said we'll get better. I don't know, but
we'll get better. We're chatty, but we'll get better. So I will end the recording and say thank you so much for popping on. And then I will try and get faster at loading this up to YouTube for the people that weren't able to watch live. So have a great night, and hope to see you on the Thursday night shift call, guys. Bye.